like even after work. Not there. So the manager was screaming at everyone in front of all the customers. Like, los jetzt, schnell! Like, my mom was like, everybody looked weird. Like, don't you do this like in the back? You know what I mean?
He was doing it in the front. Or he was
She
like
said
in the kitchen.
it was a lady.
Oh, like an older lady.
Probably the
Yeah.
mom, because I see her screaming and being grumpy a lot.
Yeah, she was there just
And
now.
she stands in the front a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was screaming from there to the back.
Yeah.
And like even to the people who work in the front, like lose, like on the screen.
Yeah, I just talked to her. She seemed like kind of pissed off. Or just in general. Yeah, I talked to her for like a minute, and then I just did put the bank up. But yeah, they're probably like super stressed out because it started to be a little bit busy. Like the parking lot was packed, like no one working, and no one wants to work there.
What if you worked for Tarts or miniature?
I mean, the head boss did say like, oh yeah, like feel free to come back like whenever, like you want to.
So if side market doesn't work out, you could do it.
Work 3 jobs.
No, like not side.
I'd much rather work side market than.
If he puts you in regularly, so you have to.
I'm on stream right now, so you want to talk finances. You gotta turn your pizza up to 250. 250, 13 minutes. That's what the box says.
You really took the box out.
I read the box before I put it in the trash.
You already put it on.
Yeah, I turned it up. Emily Christine says hello. Emily, how are you my #1 fan? What the heck? What's up though? Alright, what's going on, you guys? I see we just got a giant dome. Nah, but I like that. I appreciate that. Alright, so we're gonna get started. Name of the Father, name of the Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Double CC, no Chanelli. And, you know, I'm just gonna freestyle it. I was gonna write it, but I'm too lazy. And honestly, I'm old enough to remember all of this. So, let's go. Growing up, moving out. Yo, why is it that as soon as you start something, anything in life, immediately, like there's a giant distraction or obstacle? If you guys know what I mean. Alright, anyways. 17, 18 years old, or super young, move out of your parents' house. #1 rule, stack your money, okay? I know it's convenient to move in with strangers or your best friends. Don't do it. This is the absolute worst mistake ever. #1, don't get an apartment or living place with your best friend. 9 out of 10 times, that relationship will always fall apart. So if you have to, room with a complete stranger, okay? But in my opinion, it would be in your best interest to just save enough money so that you can move out alone. Trust me, you will want your own space. You will want your own bathroom. You don't want to have to share or deal with another person's mess. And also, when you come home from work at night or evening, morning, whenever you work, you might just want to walk around your house naked. You can't really do that with roommates. So, again, number one, don't get roommates. Rule number two, don't get roommates. Ali's Khalil says, hi, bro. Yo, what's Gucci, Khalil? How are you my number two fan and now you're my number one fan? What the heck? I don't understand what's going on. Literally never seen you before in life. Never seen you here on this live. But anywho, number one rule, don't get roommates. Number two rule, don't get roommates. Number three, stack your bread. All right, before you even move out, you want to make sure you have at least 2 to 3 months rent saved up just on the side, plus a little extra for emergency, because emergencies happen every single month. There's not going to be a month that goes by where you're not going to have to spend unexpected money for some random thing. There's going to be some bill that pops up. Something breaks, you have to fix it around the apartment, or let's say you get injured, you need to go to the hospital, dental bill. Usually, it's always something with your car. Car is always breaking down. That's bread out of the pocket. You move out, you don't want to be asked out, because again, you're completely reliant upon yourself. Okay, maybe you have good parents that will help you out, toss you some bread every now and then. But for a majority of people, they don't really have that convenience. Ali's Khalil say, yo, what's up? Not much. I'm just sitting here. We're talking about moving out, how to boss up, be a real human adult, smoking a dark, and drinking beers. That's another thing too. It feels great to be an adult and to drink beer whenever you feel like it. But as much freedom as you have to remember, you no longer have parents. You don't have to report to mom or daddy, which is awesome. At the same time, you need to be your own parent, okay? You can't just go crazy wild and do whatever, because then everything's gonna fall apart and you're gonna have to end up moving back in with your parents. So, rule number 4, I think we're at, don't throw any parties at your house. That is literally the worst thing ever. People will destroy your property. So don't throw any crazy ragers and go on 3-day benders. It's not smart. Are you Muslim? No. That's fine. No, I am a Catholic. Well, almost. I'm Christian. Let's just put it like that. Rule number 5. Let's see. What's a good rule for number 5? Don't get any roommates, okay? So we'll make rule number 1, number 2, and number 5. Don't move in with anyone, okay? It's a stupid idea. Again, you're gonna be your own parent at this point of your life. So you have to say no to a lot of things, and at some point you're gonna have to create a bedtime for yourself. You can't stay up until 3, 4 in the morning every single night, because then you will be late for work and you won't be able to get money and pay your bills. Okay, you Spirat gay. Ali's Khalil, you don't even know how to spell. And honestly, we're just gonna get you up out of here, okay? You know what? Boom. Put you in timeout for 24 hours. How do you like that? All right, so you're muted. You can't say nothing. And if you come back here again, then I'll just kick you, okay? Usually I don't kick people, but y'all caught me in a bad mood. And if you say something crazy, or if you say something just utterly stupid, I'll just ban you, okay? Because I can do that. So yeah, goodbye. You can come back tomorrow when you learn how to behave and you learn how to spell. Just some random person. And also, I had to ban Susie. Yeah, because he's just being a retard. This is being a retard. And he caught me on a bad day. So kicked him out of here. I don't think he's going to come back either. Alright, so where were we? You're moving out. Make sure you stack your bread. You have a plan. Honestly, there's no reason to live with your parents past the age of 18, except for like maybe 2 reasons, right? You shouldn't be 35 and still living with your parents. Okay, that's absolutely disgusting. Thank you guys for the party poppers. Thank you guys for the smiley faces and the emojis. I appreciate all of that. Here you go. There's a big heart for you guys, whoever you are. Thank you guys for all the emojis. There's no reason to live with your parents past the age of 18 unless you are designing and like building your own business. Thank you for the likes. I love you. In that case, then yes, you should work out some deal or some plan with your parents to stay in their house while you're creating this thing, this machine, or this business. Living with your parents past the age of 18 is if you're in college or university and it's a better financial decision for you to stay home and live with your parents rather than to live on campus, because we know how pricey that can get. 2 reasons why you should actually it would be okay for you to continue living with your parents. But keep this in mind. You're an adult now, but you still live with your parents. Respect factor definitely comes into play. This is your parents' house. You have to abide by their rules. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean that changes. This is their house. Respect their rules. So you can't be bringing boys over and girls over. This is the whole reason why it would be better for you to move out. Not that you should bring boys and girls over to your parents' house, right? Unless it's your fiance or your wife or your husband, right? Because that's absolutely immoral, right? And just outright. Okay. Yeah, just warm it up and then come in here and we can eat together. Anywho, one second. So like I was saying, 2 reasons to remain in your parents' house past the age of 18. If it's not for university, college, or you're an entrepreneur working on some great business idea, or going hard on your dream, actually making real progress, you shouldn't be staying with your parents. You are a full grown adult, male or female. You need to get off your bum ass and provide for yourself, which includes paying bills or paying some sort of rent, or at least, very least, buying your own food while you live in your own home. So, but before you even get to the moving out part, stack your bread. And we're talking about a significant amount of money, thousands and thousands of dollars, before you jump out the pond into the deep end. Because honestly, it's a lot of work. You have to think about things like paying your rent on time, electricity, water bill. You're gonna want Wi-Fi, right? Some sort of entertainment. You need furniture, a bed, unless you plan on sleeping in a hammock or an air mattress, which honestly, it's not that comfortable. It's doable for like the first maybe 2 months, but you're gonna want a bed. All of this is money. You have to think about these things. In addition to that, you got your phone bill, and you have one of the most important things, your car, your automobile, gas, insurance, maintenance. All of this stuff is not cheap. You need to be smart about this. Stack your bread high. Like Lil Uzi said, he's like 5'1", but his money's 6'9". Grind, stack your bread, be smart, boss up, be a real man, be a grown, big girl adult, and you'll be all right. Just make sure you don't get any roommates. Go do something with your lives.